gymnasium, the Centralia Blazers are getting set to take on the Pierce College Raiders here in Western Division play in NWACS. The Blazers are 1-8 in Western Division play, 2-18 in overall season play. And as if you couldn't think the calamity could be any worse for the Blazers, tragedy strikes, and main scorer Zach Karras, he is out for the rest of the season, Cameron, with a high ankle sprain and the same heartbreak as last season. We saw Zach Karras go out early on in the season, and they really, you could see throughout the rest of the season, they really missed the heart that their sharpshooter brought, and obviously the amount of points being the leading scorer.
Definitely, I would say, Luke, a lot of it had to do with just how he was set up and just where if he was open, he made most of the shots. And that was just a straight known fact about Zach Karras. And what a rough loss to have for the Trailblazers tonight.
And for Zach Karras, hopefully he can continue on his career, if not here, then somewhere else once he gets back healthy. But what we're really looking at in the recent weeks, we've seen a lot of chaos going on for the men Trailblazers, whereas they, due to unfortunate circumstances, they lost Patrick Neely and Colin Malone. They are gone. Now they have Zach Karras gone. Calvin Edwards is back in. He will sit the bench today. Our starting lineups will be announced by Jerry Owens soon, but you got to hope him coming back in will help the performance. Going to hand it off to Jerry Owens for the introductions. Here's Jerry.
Welcome the Raiders and the Blazers. Introducing the starting lineup for the Raiders. The 6'3" freshman, number 1, Keaton Core. 6'3" sophomore, number 3, Trey Benton. 6'10" freshman, number 10, Keyshawn Kelly. 6' freshman, number 21, Jamel Wilson-Jones. And a 6'2" freshman, number 23, Jamel Wiley. The rest of the Raiders goes by Mr. Bill Mendelson, Dale Sandberg, Don Green, and Emma Swain. Now the starting lineup for the Blazers. Guard, a 5'9" sophomore, number 0, Dylan Fulmer. At guard, a 6'3" freshman, number 3, Peyton Fulmer. And at guard, a 6'3" freshman, 21, Josiah Werner. Forward, a 6'6" freshman, number 22, Dane Field. And a 6'5" freshman, number 23, Jacob Talbot. And the rest of the Blazers, head coach Jason Moyer, and assisted by Mr. Dave Klovedal.
Jerry Owens, thank you for that introduction. Trailblazer basketball getting set for the tip, as I believe Dane Feld is going to go against, let's see who steps up for the tip. Looks like it's going to be Trey Benton, a 6'3" sophomore from Tacoma. Peyton Fulmer getting his first start of the season. He will be tag teaming with brother Dylan Fulmer at the respective guard spots. Here we go for the tip. It is won by the Raiders, but quickly tipped out by Jameel Wilson-Jones. And it'll be Trailblazers ball. They get the first attempt at it. Get the first crack at this one. Peyton Fulmer to inbound. Hands it off to brother Dylan. Peyton, right wing. There's Jacob Talbot at the left wing. Fulmer, top of the key. There's Josiah Warner. Finds Talbot. He strokes for 3, and that is good. So the Blazers are on the board early. Nice assist from Warner to Talbot. 3-zip. 19:40 remaining in this first half.
Nice ball movement right in the paint we saw there, coming back out from Feld, looking for Talbot back in the 3 for his wing shot. Great defense.
Keyshawn Kelly hands it off to Jameel Wilson-Jones and gets thrown. More. Wilson-Jones makes the same mistake, and that's 2 unforced turnovers by Jones. Dylan Fulmer crosses the timeline. Kicks it to the right wing. Peyton Fulmer is waiting. Thrown a little bit too high for Dane Feld to catch. And Peyton says, my bad. Going the other way. Wilson Jones passes it in to Keyshawn Kelly. Now strike that, reverse it. Keyshawn Kelly, a 5'10 freshman out of Kent. Keyshawn Kelly trying to communicate with Wilson Jones, just not getting it there as the three does fall for Keaton Cooer. He's a 6'3 sophomore out of Post Falls, Idaho, and it is knotted up at 3. Talbot finds Fulmer, top of the key. Right wing is Peyton Fulmer. There's Talbot, left corner, three-point attempt, no good. Rebounded by Jamel Wiley. Number 10 is Keyshawn. Wilson Jones, top of the key. There's a three-point attempt contested, but he hits it. Keaton Cooer hits once more, so he has all 6 points for the Raiders here thus far. Peyton Fulmer to Dylan. There's Jacob Talbot, left wing. Dylan Fulmer. Talbot. Josiah Warner. He puts it up and in. Is able to spin on the post and drive in with the nice ball control.
Great take by Josiah Warner right there, just using his body advantage to get that layup in.
Keyshawn Kelly hands it to Cooer. He has gotten started quickly with 2 3-pointers. There's a 3 from Keyshawn Kelly. That is up and good. No, that was Jameel Wilson Jones with the 3-pointer. And now the Raiders lead 9-5 with 17:35 remaining in this first half. Left corner, there's Fulmer, top of the key. Peyton Fulmer, right wing for 3. No good. It's off the mark, and Feld not able to corral the rebound. We're going the other way with the Raiders basketball. There's Jameel Wilson Jones driving in, kicks it out of the short corner. That jumper is off the mark, but it is tipped in by Keaton Cooer. So Keaton Cooer with 8 points now for the Raiders.
Nice little tip in there.
Dylan Fulmer. Top of the key. There's Peyton Fulmer. Drives baseline, goes up, but he is swatted away. Blocked by Trey Benton. Jameel Wilson Jones sends it to Keyshawn. There's Cooer. Kelly to Cooer. There's the left corner. That's Benton. Jameel Wilson Jones. Cooer for 3. His shot is no good. His first miss of the night for Keaton Cooer. Dylan Fulmer, top of the key. Right wing. Right corner for Warner. Here we go. Top of the key, Dylan Fulmer. His 3-point attempt finds its mark. So Dylan Fulmer finds the bottom of the net from 3. 11-8 is the Raider lead. 16 minutes remaining in this first half.
Amazing body control and just concentration it took for Dylan to hit that 3 with just pressure in his face. What a shot.
Wilson Jones to Kelly. Driving inside, and he's going to step out of bounds as Trey Benton. Got to have better court awareness than that. That's an easy turnover. Blazer ball. Dylan Fulmer crosses the half-court line. There's Jacob Talbot. He tries to get it into Warner, but it is no good. It is going the other way, and the slam attempt is no good on the alley-oop for Cooer. It did look cool, but alas, no points came of that one. Top of the key, Dylan Fulmer. So the Raiders trying to suck the momentum from the Blazers early. Peyton Fulmer for 3. That is up and good. So from Dylan to Peyton, the brothers connect, and Peyton connects from 3. 11-11 knotted up, 15 minutes remaining in this first half. And we got a tied ball game. There's Cooer. Jameel Wilson Jones. High post. That's with Wiley, and Jamel is able to get the shooter's roll on the back iron. So 13-11, Raiders lead, 14:50 remaining in this first half. Dylan Fulmer, top of the key, finds Talbot. So far, they haven't really gotten it inside of the Blazers, really stuck to those perimeter shots. Warner obviously was able to get the layup going off of the spin move. But besides that, trying to find Warner again, but a great front by Wiley. and he almost gets the layup on the other end, but overthrown by Trey Benton. We're going the other way. Trailblazer ball.
A lot of crazy passing going around here, Luke, just with just wild passes that are going through and not being able to connect with other players.
Got to get composure and get under control, do both sides of this ball game. There's a steal by Jameel Wilson-Jones. He drives in, and he throws it up, switches from right to left, and then nice, smooth finish. What finesse by Jameel Wilson-Jones.
Totally agree, Luke. Great control with himself and composure.
15-11, the Raiders lead. Josiah Warner gets it stolen away by Kelly, and he goes up, and he is good with the layup. And Jason Moyer is going to call a timeout. Not quite liking what he's seeing, especially in these last few possessions on the transition and really getting the ball stolen in the backcourt. There's not too many people back there that can help when they get the easy transition bucket. So you got to take care of the basketball. Cameron, what else do you think Jason Moyer is telling them in this huddle right now?
I think he's just telling them that, hey, we actually had a really good start. Like, just look at all of our 3 points that have gone in. We're shooting really well tonight. Let's keep on the attack. Don't just give them easy points to get the ball from you. Protect the ball and take care of it. Let's go, you know.
And Jamel Wiley is doing a great job at fronting Josiah Warner. They obviously read the scouting report. And Warner, even when they're trying to get the ball into him, they're kind of forcing it a little bit. So you'd like to see Warner get in more of an open position before they try to force that pass in there so quickly.
Definitely.
Dylan Fulmer at the top of the key. There's Warner. His jumper is up and good just inside the three-point line. Even with a hand in his face, he was able to get it to go. 17-13, the Raiders lead, 13:30 remaining in the first half. Three-point attempt from the left arc. That is good from the left corner from Keaton Cooper. That is his third three-pointer already. He has 11 points. Dylan Fulmer hands it to Talbot. Dylan Fulmer. Talbot. He shoots deep for three. That is no good. In and out. Just could not find the stroke there. Jameel Wilson-Jones in transition. Finds number 23. That is a jumper from the top of the key. That three is good from Jamel Wiley. So looks like Pierce is starting to find their groove as Tanner Therian and Calvin Edwards are set to check in for the Trailblazers. Trailblazers really have to silence this run by the Raiders. Going is Josiah Warner. That layup attempt is up and good. Another great play on the inside for Josiah Warner.
Great foot positioning he put there with his feet, just making sure he was set and square to the basket. Great work.
There's Cooper. He gets it inside. He's going to be called for the traveling violation. We're going the other way. Bailed out there are the Trailblazers. Calvin Edwards steps in for Peyton Fulmer. And Tanner Therian checks in for Josiah Warner. They're going to take a seat and get some words of wisdom from Coach Moyer. Dylan Fulmer to Therian. There's Talbot, right wing. There's Edwards, high post. Dylan Fulmer finds Therian. Calvin Edwards inside. Kicks it to Talbot. Edwards again. There's a jumper on the inside. No good for Edwards. Therian almost able to get the rebound there, battling for it. Coming up with it as number 21, Jameel Wilson-Jones, turns over into out of bounds. He thought Therian fouled him, but he's going to turn his arm over and out of bounds, and it's going to stay here. Bailed out are the Trailblazers on that play.
Yeah, it looks like there's a little bit of confusion on what number 23, which is Jameel Willie, was trying to think if he got fouled or not.
Calvin Edwards, left corner. Dylan Fulmer opts not to take the three-pointer. There's Talbot, right wing. Calvin Edwards. Dylan Fulmer jacks it up from three. That is no good, but Calvin Edwards with the rebound and put back. Great work on the offensive end by Calvin Edwards. Get the board and put it straight up and in. He didn't even need to come down with it. 23-17, Raider lead. Go ahead, Cameron.
Nice seeing that basket from Edwards just going in and taking advantage of no box out from defense. It looks like Raiders got to work on that a little bit for this game.
Cooper for three, falling away from the right corner, and that is good to go. So 26-17 is the Raider lead here with 11:16 remaining in the first half, and Cooper is on fire here so far. Andrew Briggs set to check in for the Centralia Trailblazers. Top of the key, Dylan Fulmer. Calvin Edwards, right wing, finds Therian. Dane Feld trying to get position inside. Talbot. 4 seconds left on the shot clock. Dylan Fulmer gets a three, and it is deep. It is contested, but he gets it to go anyway. The 5'9" Dylan Fulmer is getting it to go. And great defense on the other end from Fulmer on the three-point contest. Jamel Wiley is no good with his three. Driving in is Calvin Edwards. He is no good. Dane Feld not able to get the rebound. It's going to go to Jamel Wiley. Going the other way is Keyshawn Kelly. And there's Wilson Jones. His layup is up and good. So 28-20, Raiders lead, but you got to like the tempo you're seeing from the Blazers and trying to get the ball around and inside. Calvin Edwards, and there's a three from Talbot. That's a little bit too deep there for Talbot, and it is no good. There's Wilson Jones to Kelly, giving Keaton Coor direction. Kelly gives it to Jameel Jones gives it to Coor. A fadeaway attempt from Trey Benton. That's not the shot they were looking for, and as a result, it is no good. Calvin Edwards opts not to take the three-pointer. Right wing is Therian. Gives it up to Calvin Edwards. He crosses over, hands it back to Therian. Finds Feld inside for the easy bucket.
There's the inside play we were looking for the Centralia College Blazers. That's what we're talking about when we're moving around inside the paint when we need it most. Good play by both Feld and the assist by Fulmer.
Wilson Jones to Keyshawn Kelly. Wilson Jones back with it. High post, and then he finds Trey Benton. What is he going to be able to do? No good, but they're going to call the foul, I believe, on the shot. They're going to call that on Tanner Therian. That's going to be his first and the first foul of the ball game. So shooting two is Trey Benton. First shot is up and no good. Rattles in and out. Andrew Briggs checks in for Dane Feld, who just got his first basket of the ball game. So first shot is no good. Let's see if he can split the pair. Can Trey Benton? First shot is up, second shot is up and good. So he splits the pair, gets 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Dylan Fulmer crosses the timeline, and here we go. Talbot passes into Calvin Edwards inside. Edwards throws it away, and we're going the other way.
Looks like just a little bit of miscommunication from Centralia's Blazers. This looks like teammate wasn't in the right spot for that play.
Cameron Clanton checked in for the Pierce Raiders, as well as David Cates. He is a 6'6" freshman from Dallas, Texas. Up and good is Trey Benton. Dylan Fulmer. Jacob Talbot taking direction from Jason Moyer. Therian drives in. His jumper from the short corner is up and good.
What a play by Therian, just going in, taking care of business.
31-24 is the Raiders' lead with 8:15 remaining in this first half. Left corner, there's Benton. Stolen away by Briggs. What are they going to call here?
It looks
We
like
got a sub for the Raiders. Jamel Wiley comes in for Trey Benton. And Josiah Warner steps in for Tanner Therian. I believe they called a foul there on Tanner Therian. That was his second, so Moyer promptly substitutes him out. Calvin Edwards crosses the half-court line. Josiah Warner to Dylan Fulmer. There's Andrew Briggs, kicks it out to Dylan Fulmer. Josiah Warner, one dribble, kicks it back. Jacob Talbot. Dylan Fulmer to Warner, not able to find too much going on here. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Dylan Fulmer, you got to get something going. Three-point attempt from Josiah Warner, It is off back rim, no good, but Andrew Briggs able to corral it. There is a feed to Andrew Briggs. He goes up, and he is fouled, so he will get 2 chances at the line. Will Andrew Briggs. Great post move there by Andrew Briggs. Would have liked to see maybe a reverse layup, but he goes up strong, and he draws the contact.
Definitely, Luke, and it'll look like he will have 2 free throws for this attempt.
First 3 throws off the front iron, 31-24. The Raiders are leading, but the Blazers are right on their tail. 7:25 remaining in this first half. Second free throw is up and good, splits the pair, does Andrew Briggs. We're going the other way with Keyshawn Kelly. Kelly to Coor, who's been on fire for the Raiders. Kelly, high post. There's Cates, he kicks it out. There's Coor for 3, and you do not want him to get the basketball in his hands right now. Hits another 3-pointer, and Keaton Coor is feeling it tonight. 34-25, Raiders lead, 6:55 remaining in this first half. Josiah Warner, top of the key, kicks to Dylan Fulmer, left wing. Top of the key, there's Talbot. Finds Talbot inside, and his jumper's no good, but Andrew Briggs able to come up there, but he is going to get it fouled. Originally called a block, but they're going to call that foul a little bit delayed, and he's going to get 2 shots at the free throw line. Peyton Fulmer sets the check in for the Blazers. First shot attempt is up and good for Andrew Briggs. Fulmer checks in for Jacob Talbot. In for the Raiders, Trey Benton and Jameel Wilson-Jones. They check back in as Wiley and David Cates are subbed out. Excuse me, Cameron Clanton is subbed out for the Raiders. Jameel Wilson-Jones. Keyshawn Kelly, top of the key. Coor. Kelly to Wilson-Jones. Cates inside. Nice power move. It is no good, however, by Wilson-Jones. We're going the other way. Calvin Edwards on the break. Finds Peyton Fulmer, 4-3 from the right corner. No good by Peyton Fulmer. So he hit one earlier, but not quite able to find a stroke yet so far. We're going to call an offensive foul drawn by Andrew Briggs. Great work on the defensive end by Andrew Briggs, and it's going to be a Trailblazer possession out of that hard work.
Really smart play put there just to get back to the possession in that nice little round they had. Great work.
Peyton Fulmer, top of the key, finds brother Dylan. Calvin Edwards, right wing. Peyton finds Andrew Briggs inside, Josiah Warner for the bucket. One power dribble in and gets the angle, kisses it off the glass. Josiah Warner finding his stroke here already.
Centralia finding a good momentum and rhythm to what their shots are like. The score is 25-34, but a 3-point is
From
shot.
Coor, another 3-pointer. I believe he has had either 4 or 5 threes so far in this first half. And Coor, it seems like whenever the Blazers score, has some sort of answer back for him. Peyton Fulmer to Dylan at the left wing. Fulmer gives it to Warner. Fadeaway jumper, no good. It is short. Calvin Edwards not able to corral the rebound. It's going to go to David Cates and the Raiders. Top of the key, 21. That is Wilson-Jones. He drives in, not able to find anything. But there is Kelly for 3, and it rattles and spins in and out. Fadeaway jumper, that is going to be short by Cates. Rebound by Briggs. Dylan Fulmer kicks it ahead to Calvin Edwards, drives baseline, kicks it to Josiah Warner for 3. That is good. Great look, great pass from Calvin Edwards inside. The inside-out game is working.
And it looks like we will have a timeout, Luke.
Now that we have a timeout, the Trailblazers, they're being outscored, especially by Keaton Coor, but they are staying right in this ball game in this first half so far. 37-31, the Pierce College Raiders are leading.
Looks really good at a distance, Luke. Just looking at all their passes that are now happening. Everyone, I think, was just a little bit tight in the beginning of this game, and it just looks like they just needed to warm up a little bit. So just get their passes down, make different decisions, and finally penetrate inside the paint. A lot of the first half, in the beginning of this game just dealt with a lot of those they had to rely a lot on their three-point shots and a lot of their possessions.
And being able to get the open looks, that is what it's all about. And Josiah Warner so far has been able to find his stroke by dribbling inside, driving inside, finding his shot, and also has been hitting from three, especially on that last possession. Calvin Edwards drives in on the baseline and kicks it out to Warner for the wide open right corner three. So we're going to go with Raider basketball. They lead by 6, 37-31, 4:30 remaining in this first half. There's Kelly to Jamil Jones. Kelly, right wing. Wilson Jones. Kelly. Wilson Jones. There's Kaur. Trying to get the offense going. There's a screen by Benton. That is no good on the attempt by Wilson Jones, but it is offensive rebound. Dylan Fulmer's going to steal the pass. Calvin Edwards not able to corral it, but he gets it to Peyton Fulmer. Josiah Warner drives in off the Peyton Fulmer pass. Josiah almost able to get it to go in. Calvin Edwards almost gets the putback slam. Getting a little eager there, but on the other end is Keaton Kaur with a slam of his own. Keaton Kaur getting up, and he is on fire right now for the Raiders. Dylan Fulmer, right wing. After the slam dunk from Kaur, here's a three-point attempt from Peyton Fulmer, no good from the left wing. Wilson Jones in transition, finds number 23. His shot is up and good. That is Jamel Wiley off the assist from Wilson Jones. We're seeing good team play in transition from the Pierce Raiders. Josiah Warner, right wing. Dylan Fulmer. Peyton Fulmer at the left wing. Calvin Edwards, top of the key. Warner gives it to Edwards in the post. He tries to get put moves and gets the jumper to go from the block extended.
2 minutes and 50 seconds to go.
So trimmed it down to a single-digit lead up the Blazers, 41-33. The Raiders lead 2:45 remaining in this first half. Wilson Jones hands it to Kaur. To Kaur, left wing. Kaur again. There's Kelly on the right wing. That is Wiley. Wiley drives in. Kaur for three. That is Wilson Jones. And his three-point attempt is good. And he takes him right back out of it and makes it a double-digit lead. 11-point ball game. 44-33 Raiders lead. 2 minutes remaining in this first half. Peyton Fulmer. Josiah Warner, right wing. Peyton Fulmer. There's Dylan. Calvin Edwards to Peyton. There's Calvin Edwards in the post again. He made one before. That jumper is short. Goes off the right iron, no good. Wilson Jones, he is able to put on moves, and he gets it to go up and in with the contact. Great body control by Jamil Wilson Jones. What a play. So Jamil Wilson Jones gets the bucket, and he also gets a shot at the free throw line to make it a three-point play. The Pierce Raiders, as Dane Feld gets set to check in for the Blazers, they lead 46-33 with 1:44 remaining in this ball game. Wilson Jones converts the three-point play. So Andrew Briggs is going to take a seat and get some rest. Looking a little gassed out there. Dylan Fulmer gets the inbound from Warner. There's Calvin Edwards. Peyton Fulmer opts not to take the three. Calvin Edwards to Fulmer once more. Peyton Fulmer for three. That shot attempt is no good for Peyton Fulmer. Not able to find his groove quite yet, has Peyton Fulmer. But he is getting good looks at the basket. Great defense there by Dane Feld and Calvin Edwards. And that shot is no good by Jamel Wiley. He wanted the foul on that one. Peyton Fulmer, Dylan. Peyton to Josiah Warner. Peyton, Calvin Edwards. There's Josiah Warner for three. That is off front iron, no good. Rebounded by Wilson Jones. He's driving it all the way. There's Coors, tries to go for the dunk, and he is stuffed. They're going to call a foul on the arm. Either way, great foul by Josiah Warner. Almost gets the stuff on the dunk attempt by Kaur. So Coor really trying to take over the show for the Raiders, and he's done a lot to do so. You'll have 2 shots at the free throw line. The Raiders lead 47-33, 47 seconds remaining in this first half. Coor's first shot is up and good. We have seen tremendous shooting from Keaton Coor tonight from beyond the perimeter, and he's able to finish as well. Got a slam earlier on in this ball game.
That was incredible to watch, Luke, just seeing him take flight like that.
To have that basketball IQ, skill, and athleticism, that's something rare to find around here, especially in the NWACs.
Definitely.
Dylan Fulmer, Calvin Edwards. Left wing. Dylan Fulmer, right wing. There's Josiah Warner, top of the key. Fulmer to Edwards for 3. That is good by Calvin Edwards from the left wing. 25 seconds remaining, 49-36. The Pierce Raiders lead. And they're probably going to hold on for 1 shot here as Bill Mendelson shouts out, hey, 1 shot, boys. Got to end it with the momentum, which they very well have with a 3-point lead. 10 seconds remaining on the clock. There's Kelly. Wilson Jones. Coor. And the shot is no good at the buzzer from Wilson Jones. Might have had a little bit more time to get a shot off, but throws it up. No good, but they still do lead. The Raiders do 49-36, a 13-point lead. It is halftime. Ladies and gentlemen, in case you missed out on the exhibition before, the Centralia Lady Trailblazers came out and absolutely lit it up versus the Lady Raiders. They won 83-41 in an absolute dominant ball game for those Lady Blazers. And also what we're seeing here, Cameron, is we're seeing the transition buckets, the easy steals by the Pierce College Raiders. Kind of what Centralia has these brain farts, Cameron, and they they just kind of lose track, lose focus, they turn the ball over and get a lot of forced turnovers when pressure comes. And they've got to learn to keep their composure and keep the pressure, especially when they're being defended tight in the backcourt. They're able to get a lot of transition buckets, are the Raiders, through getting steals and getting really just slapping the ball away when they're trying to force passes inside or when they're trying to make moves around the arc. They've been shutting them down, have the Raiders.
Speaking of the Raiders, just looking at Keaton Coor stacks, oh my goodness, 24 points in this first half, 6 for 7 for his 3 points, 8 for 10 for his field goals, and on 1 rebound. But just looking at, man, what an offensive player he's put and helped for the Raiders this first half. A very impressive play he has for tonight.
Keaton Coor, he was in the whole half and 24 points, 6 threes, 8 for 10 from the field, 2 for 2 from the free throw line. You got to be kidding me. He's hitting almost everything out there. And as well, Jameel Wilson-Jones has been taking on, shouldering a load on the scoring end of things for the Pierce Raiders. 13 points, 2 of 3 from 3, 5 of 8 from the field, 2 steals, 4 assists, and 4 rebounds. He's been everywhere on both ends of the court tonight.
And then looking at the total rebounds for the Raiders, just looking at Jamil Willie is having a total of 6 total rebounds, and also don't forget Wilson Jones with also 4 total rebounds, which gives the whole team 17 total rebounds for that first half, which just a lot of it has been. It looks like both the Centralia Blazers and also the Raiders have the same amount, roughly around, but it just looks like they're scooping up their rebounds a little bit better than Centralia Blazers are right now.
And 4 steals for the Pierce Raiders compared to just 1 for the Trailblazers. That's been part of the problem, trying to force passes inside. But leading for the Trailblazers is Josiah Warner. He has 11 points, 5 for 9 from the field. He's really shouldered a load for them, 1 assist, 1 rebound. But his job tonight has been scoring, and that's what he's done so far. Just got to get a little help from other teammates. Dylan Fulmer, he has made 2 of 3 three-pointers for 6 points. Calvin Edwards has 7 points on 3 for 6 shooting, including 1 3 of his own, an assist, and 6 rebounds for Calvin Edwards already. Andrew Briggs has 4 rebounds to call his own, only 2 points 3 points for Peyton Fulmer, 3 points for Jacob Talbot. Dane Feld and Tanner Therian both have 2 apiece. So what we need to see from these Trailblazers coming back out is a little bit more composure. Shots aren't falling for them too much. They are getting open looks. I know Peyton Fulmer was getting good looks in transition. He is 1 for 5 from 3, just not really able to find his rhythm just yet. And they need to calm down, get their confidence in him. And I know it's tough, especially a 2-18 season, 1-8 in Western Division play. I know it is tough to keep your composure and kind of get that confidence going, but Jason Moyer has to tell them something in the locker room right now to maybe just will them to get the shots to fall. Maybe switching sides will help, because it seems like it's working for Keaton Coor with 24 points, and that is the story of the first half, Cameron. We have a break here, about 10 minutes or so. We will be back with you to start up the second half between the Pierce Raiders and the Centralia Trailblazers. The Centralia Trailblazers trail 49-36 at halftime. Luke Kilgore and Cameron Johnson will be back in a bit. Welcome back to Michael Smith Gymnasium. It is the second half of Trailblazer basketball. I am Luke Kilgore alongside my colleague Cameron Johnson.
Hello, hello, hello.
The score is 49-36. The Pierce Raiders are leading over the Centralia Trailblazers. Just about to get the second half opened up here. For the Trailblazers, out on the floor right now, Dylan Fulmer, along with his brother Peyton Dane Feld, Jacob Talbot, and Josiah Warner, who has been one of the few to get going for the Centralia Trailblazers. He has 11 points on 5 of 9 shooting. Dylan Fulmer has 6, 2 3-pointers for himself as well.
As we start the second half, the Raiders will have first possession.
Thank you, Jerry Owens, on the call. Now, the story of the first half, Keaton Coor, who is number 1 out there for them right now. 24 points. He's been absolutely tearing them up from range. There he is with a mid-range jumper. It is no good, but a foul will be called before the play. They'll call that one on Dane Feld.
It's like a little bit of physical contact there from 23 trying to take the charge for that. Looks like it worked.
So still Raider basketball. That is Dane Feld's first foul of the ball game. First team foul of the second half. Raiders lead 41-36, 19:50 remaining in this ball game. The officials and players trying to get some of the sweat mopped up. Last thing we need is another injury for the Trailblazers. But Coor missing his first attempt of the second half, and maybe that's a good sign for the Trailblazers. Nice hands by Josiah Warner. He's able to tip it away and gets the steal or the block, what have you. Dylan Fulmer, top of the key, left wing, Peyton Fulmer. Jacob Talbot, right wing. Trying to look inside, but well covered are Warner and Feld. There's Peyton Fulmer and an awry pass by Jacob Talbot.
Looks like he wanted to bring it back up to Peyton, but just missed him by a little bit and threw the pass a little bit to the left.
So Keyshawn Kelly hands it off to Jameel Wilson-Jones. Back to Kelly. Top of the key is Wilson-Jones. There's Kelly. Feeds it into Benton. He kicks it out to Wilson-Jones for 3. That is no good, but Jamel Wiley able to get the rebound, keep the possession alive. Driving in is Benton for the easy 2. 51-36 is the Raiders' lead with 19 minutes remaining in the ballgame. Josiah Warner to Peyton Fulmer, top of the key. Dylan left wing. Peyton Fulmer to Warner. There's Feld, tries to go back door, but his dribble is swatted away. Going in is Coor. He finishes despite the great defense there by Talbot. 53-36 is now the Raiders' lead. Trailblazers just need a bucket here. Peyton Fulmer at the right wing. He's met by Wilson-Jones. Left corner is Talbot. He tries to kick it to Feld. There's Dylan Fulmer for 3. It rattles, no good for Fulmer. Rebounded by Benton. Wilson-Jones with the great handles. Inside, it's number 23 for the foul line. Left elbow jumper, no good. Jamel Wiley, no good. Moyer instructing the offense. All silent in the gym right now, but Jason Moyer's voice and the squeaking of shoes. Peyton Fulmer. Dylan tries to feed it to Dane Feld in the short corner. Kicks it to Talbot. His jumper, no good off the back iron. Good look there by Talbot, just wasn't able to fall. Wilson-Jones off the glass. 55-36, and now the Raiders are really starting to pull away, Cameron.
Well, it looks quite like it. Just looking for Dylan and just the Fulmer brothers trying to find a shot on the three-point line. It just does not look like it's working out for them.
So Tanner Theory and Andrew Briggs, Calvin Edwards, and Justin Feld, as well as Jeremy Patterson, coming in for the Blazers. So a whole new lineup change. Peyton Fulmer drives in, kicks it to Dylan. Josiah Warner, short corner jumper. That is no good. Dane Feld able to corral the rebound and keep the possession, but it is stolen away by Wilson Jones. Jones drives in. That is good. Great body control and finish by Jameel Wilson Jones. Timeout from Jason Moyer. Jason Moyer in the huddle right now. And asking, as you can hear, asking for hustle from the Centralia Trailblazers, asking for it. Isn't there someone hungry out there? He told the team that is in right now to get water because obviously they're tired. Wanting to see a lot of hustle, a lot more hustle, especially on those loose balls, those 50-50 balls, Cameron. And really, that's what it is right now, is the Raiders are out hustling the Trailblazers.
Yeah, and it could be just like, it could just be a lot of things, really, because when we looked back at our stats, Dylan Fulmer played the whole half, and he's been playing, I guess, straightly 20 minutes of just straight basketball, and that is just such a toll it takes on your body, no matter how, no matter how hard you really practice and get all the muscles ready for a game, you're still going to be tired at the end of it, no matter if you played hard or not, no matter how many conditioning drills you do. So.
Right, but that's really what Jason Moyer is wanting to see from these Trailblazers right now, is hustle, diving on those loose balls, because really they're winning every 50-50 ball, and the Raiders kind of just really outplaying the Blazers right now. Let's see if that timeout maybe gave the Blazers some confidence going down stretch. Jeremy Patterson, a man who was on the practice team, he is 6'4", freshman from Napavine. And it's good to see him get some floor time. It's his first time on the floor for the Trailblazers. There's Therian to Edwards' left wing. Kicks it to Briggs. Justin Feld is inside. Edwards for three from the left wing. That is no good. Rebound bobbled around. They're going to have a foul call. We'll see what the officials decide. That's going to be on Tanner Therian. That is going to be his his third personal foul of the ball game. So we're going the other way on that rebound attempt.
16 minutes left to go in this ball game.
Benton, the jumper, and that is good. We're about the third hash mark. 59-36 lead for the Raiders with 16 minutes remaining in this ball game. The Blazers, as we said before, Cameron, they just need a bucket right now, no matter how they get it.
Points is just anything they need. 3-point is no good from
Tanner Therian's three-point jumper is no good. They are bailed out of the air ball because Benton got his hands on the ball and tipped it out. Briggs to inbound. There's Therian. Edwards, top of the key. Almost gets it stolen away, is able to retain possession. Tanner Therian, right wing, dribbles in. There's Edwards, top of the key. Therian finds Justin Feld. He dribbles in, finds Jeremy Patterson. Andrew Briggs stops at the left elbow, kicks it out to Calvin Edwards at the left wing. There's Briggs for three. That is a short jumper, and that might not be his game there, Cameron.
Looks like
Keyshawn
we have
Kelly to inbound.
Raider ball now. Yeah, that's what I was just going to say.
59-36, they're still holding on to the large marginal lead. 15 minutes, just a little bit over remaining in this ball game. They need to get stops, and they need to get some buckets to the Trailblazers. There's Jameel Wilson-Jones waiting out the offense. There's Kelly to Jones. Inside, trying to force the issue, but getting the offensive rebound up and in. That's Jamel Wiley. He gets his attempt to go. Calvin Edwards. There's Justin Feld getting fed in the inside. He's not able to corral the pass. Going the other way, there's Kaur, and he is able to finish. Able to throw it off the backboard with the body control, the right hand. He wasn't even on that side of the basket, Cameron. Calvin Edwards able to answer with an athletic floater of his own. And if they want to show down, Calvin would be just fine with that. Core hits a three after the fact. It's going to be a call on Calvin Edwards. That is his first personal foul. Third team foul for the Centralia Trailblazers. Kaur, the monster for them in the first half, steps out. In his place is Chris Burian. Looks like we have some moisture in the key. Got to get that cleaned up by the officials. And we'll resume play. The Raiders have a 63-38 lead here. A little over 14 minutes remaining in this ball game. And really starting to pull away as Calvin Edwards gets the steal and goes up and almost gets the finish to go. Therian gets the board, and they're going to call this foul on Chris Burian. Out of bounds play for the Centralia Trailblazers. Coming in for Anthony Rogers is number 13, Yuto Abo. He is from Hirosaki, Japan, a 5'7" freshman. So a long way from Japan to Michael Smith Gymnasium. And Jeremy Patterson hits the deck. Three-point attempt, no good from David Cates. Tanner Therian bringing up the basketball for the Blazers. Almost stolen away. Calvin Edwards able to corral the pass, but he got it stripped. And here we go with the dunk, the one-handed flush from Jameel Wilson-Jones in transition. That's the second dunk of the night for the Raiders. And that's really what it's come down to, is just easy transition buckets. Good pass from Jeremy Patterson is kicked away, and it'll stay here. They're bailed out by the kick call. 65-38, the Raiders lead with 13-16 remaining in this ball game. Tanner Therian trying to inbound. The attempt is no good by Justin Feld. He gets his own rebound. He can't get it to go that time either. They're going to call a foul on that attempt by Yuto Abo. And they're going to call a push on Calvin Edwards. That is his second foul. Fourth team foul. 13 minutes remaining in this ball game, as the first one is no good for Yuto Abo. 65-38 as Peyton Fulmer checks in. And Calvin Edwards sits down for the Blazers. Second free throw is no good as well, so unable to hit on either possession, or excuse me, on either attempts. Therian and Peyton Fulmer up. Three-pointer no good, almost corralled by Justin Feld, but it's going to go off of Trey Benton. We're going to stay right here. So plenty of opportunities for the Trailblazers. They're just not able to knock down a bucket quite yet.
Yeah, convert the basket into points, Luke. I agree.
Peyton Fulmer is able to get it right before he crosses the half-court line. Justin Feld inside. He gets his dribble taken away by Wilson-Jones. Is he going to go for another one? No. Trey Benton is fouled hard going to the basket. And nothing easy, nothing free is what coaches always say. So good foul. Justin Feld is called for the foul. That is his first personal, but the fifth personal already for the Trailblazers. Trey Benton at the line, shooting his first of two. Benton is up and good, nothing but net on that attempt. So trying to hit them both. He splits the pair, misses the second, does Benton. Peyton Fulmer, top of the key. Andrew Briggs for three. That is in and out, but Justin Feld with the rebound, and maybe that's just what the Trailblazers needed to get some momentum going back. Off the offensive board, Justin Feld's bucket is good. Wilson-Jones, top of the key. For three, that is in and out for Chris Burian. Rebound by Tanner Therian. Josiah Warner set to check in. Another steal, and there it goes again. Another jam for Jameel Wilson-Jones. That's the second one this half he's gotten in transition. An open court, one-hand slam. Jeremy Patterson, left corner. Peyton Fulmer. Andrew Briggs. There's Peyton Fulmer. He drives baseline. Shoot his jumper from the short corner extended. That is good, just inside the three-point arc. So the Trailblazers starting to score here, 68-42. 11:25 remaining in this ball game. Raiders lead 68-42. Three-point attempt, make that 71 as the three is good from Chris Burian. He is a 6-foot freshman from Yelm. Jacob Talbot, as well as Josiah Warner, set the check in for the Blazers. Justin Feld goes up. He is blocked away. Wilson-Jones always seems on the front of the break. He makes the nice pass fake behind the back and goes up and in. Didn't fool too many people, just looked pretty. Right wing is Andrew Briggs. Left wing, Peyton Fulmer. There's Therian, top of the key. Short corner is Jeremy Patterson. Briggs to Justin Feld. He drives in, kicks it back out to Briggs. He goes through and he'll have it blocked away. Goes out of bounds. It'll remain here as Talbot and Warner check in for Patterson and Justin Feld. Trey Benton is taking a rest as Everett Green is in for the Raiders. Nice take by Josiah Warner, just not able to get it to go through the net. There's 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Jumper by Josiah Warner, no good, but he'll get the foul call. He'll go to the line and shoot too. So maybe starting to get a rally going in the Trailblazers.
Yeah, it's just looking really good for them, Luke, just taking smart decisions and smart shots where they know they can, like Josiah did. He was on the three-point arc, and then he knew he can't really shoot. 3 points aren't his game, you know? So he moved in and made that shot just for his jump shot.
Warner, his first free throw attempt is up and good. And his splits the pair, but the go-up attempt no good by Tanner Therian. The putback attempt is not there. Going the other way with Wilson-Jones. Hands it off to Rogers and back to Wilson-Jones. Kicks it inside, trying to find the post. It is knocked away. Nice trap by the Blazers. They're able to force the turnover. Jacob Talbot pushes it past the timeline. Left arc is Peyton Fulmer. There's Talbot. Josiah Warner tries to throw a pass that's just a little too hard to Peyton Fulmer cross court. Andrew Briggs needing a sub, so Dane Feld is there to accommodate him. Jameel Wilson-Jones. Everett Green kicks it in. Number 5, no good. That's David Cates. They're going to call a foul. They're going to call that foul on Dane Feld as he tried to go for the rebound against David Cates.
That is his second foul of the night.
16 foul for the Blazers. Going up and in, trying to force it, and it is not good, but 2 free throws for David Cates. And that foul is going to be on Josiah Warner. That's his second, but now, one thing to look out for, Cameron, Trailblazers are in the bonus. First attempt is good for David Cates. Second attempt is good as well. 75-43. The Trailblazers are in a hole right now, and let's see how they plan to dig themselves out with 9:25 remaining in this ball game. Jumper attempt, no good. Got some hand on there, and so Josiah's jumper from the short corner is no good. David Cates drives in, tries to force the issue a little bit. But the officials will accommodate, and we're shooting 1-1 here. Cameron, like I said, got to watch out in the foul trouble, and now
It looks
these
like
Raiders are going to be rewarded every single time. That free throw is no good for David Cates. Peyton Fulmer, right corner. Kicks it. There's Jacob Talbot. Josiah Warner. Therian. Peyton Fulmer. Dane Feld. He tries to corral the pass, but just too much mustard on it from Peyton Fulmer. And there's another one, just an errant pass from David Cates. Dylan Fulmer checks in for younger brother Peyton. And we're going the other way with Trailblazer ball. But the Pierce Raiders, as number 23, Jamel Wiley checks in for Chris Burian. What we're seeing right now, Cameron, 22-point lead with 8:45 remaining in this second half. Trailblazers need something. They need something now. Time at this point is not on their side. Another steal. David Cates is able to corral the pass, get in the passing lane. Wants to go for the three-pointer. Throws it out of bounds. And the Trailblazers get bailed out once more. Josiah Warner to Dylan Fulmer. Back to Warner. And no good on 24. Jacob Talbot for three. That is good from the right corner. Jameel Wilson-Jones, top of the key. Rogers, right wing. Wilson-Jones with the great footwork. Going up and in, trying to finish is David Cates. 2 shots. That's going to be on, I believe, Dane Feld. That is going to be his third and the 9th team foul already for the Trailblazers. First shot by Cates is up and in. Cates on the last few possessions has been able to convert. And really, if he doesn't, he's able to draw the foul and get the contact.
Yeah, a lot of his shots and his just stroke is looking really good throughout this whole game.
Keaton Coor, Keyshawn Kelly, and Trey Benton is set to check in. There's Benton. It's going to be Raider ball. Jamel Wiley set to inbound. Kicks it to Benton. Keyshawn Kelly. There's Jamel Wiley. They're going to call that one on the ground, but you know what? It doesn't matter anyway because we are in 10 fouls now. Double bonus territory for the Raiders. Jamel Wiley will get his 2 free shots at the charity stripe. So a 30-point game right now. The Pierce Raiders lead 76-46. 7:36 remaining in this ball game as the first free throw is up and no good. Blazers just haven't really been able to find their shots in the second half, Cameron.
Does not. It just looks a lot like just they've been really good at getting down to the court and actually making good choices about getting where the ball is wanting to go. But then they just can't convert it right now.
Getting good looks, but just not able to put the ball in the hole. Josiah Warner drives baseline. His jumper is good. That is his range. Short corner extended for Josiah Warner. Trying to dig into this big deficit. 7 minutes remaining, 77-48, Raiders lead. Thrown into the post, knocked away by Warner. It will stay right here. 20 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Coor to inbound. He had a huge first half, 24 points for Keaton Coor. There's Kelly driving in. He loses it, but he's able to tap it to teammate Rogers. There's Coor, gives it to Benton in the post. Almost gets it broken up, and he does. Josiah Warner ends up with the ball. Jacob Talbot, Dylan Fulmer. Jacob Talbot. There's Dane Feld inside. Tanner Therian not able to corral it. Kaur drives baseline. His floater is up and good. Kaur just makes it look easy, Cameron.
Just goes in just like a butterfly and just lets it go.
79-48, the Raiders lead. And really his shots do have a butterfly, kind of a float to him. Dane Feld in the post. 2 power dribbles and he is fouled on the shot attempt. It's going to be on Benton. That is his second foul. Only the 3rd team foul for the Raiders. Set to check in is Cameron Clanton. First bucket is good for Dane Feld. Second attempt, up and in. Benton inbounds to Kelly. And now a foul on Jamel Wiley, Jamel Wiley is fouled by Jacob Talbot. That's going to be his first personal, but once again, we're going to the line, double bonus, shooting 2. First one is up and good by Jamel Wiley. He's a 6'2" freshman out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. So also coming a little bit of a ways. Second is good, so converts on both free throws. Does Wiley. Dylan Fulmer. There's Therian in the high post. And we're getting a flagrant. We're having a flagrant 1 call on Tanner Therian, and Jason Moyer definitely not agreeing with the call. Therian just trying to swing his arms through the pivot and get something going. And Jason Moyer and the officials are conversing over it. Got to be careful here if you're Moyer. 31-point lead for the Raiders. Shooting the technical foul shots is Keyshawn Kelly. His first free throw rattles in, further padding this 32-point lead. Second is good by Kelly. The Raiders will get the ball as well.
And since that was Tanner Therian's 5th foul, he will be knocked out of this game. And put in his place is Peyton Fulmer. Excuse me.
Thank you, Cameron. Kelly, left wing. Jamel Wiley gives it to Benton from the short corner. His jumper is good. And we're about to get to garbage time here, Cameron.
Just a little over 5 minutes to go right now.
35-point lead for the Raiders. And it would take quite a bit from these Blazers as Josiah Warner is off with the jumper. Throws it away, does Jamel Wiley. We're going the other way. Everett Green is in for Wiley. Peyton Fulmer inbounds it to brother Dylan. Dylan. We have Keaton Kaur called for a foul underneath the basket. So the 4th team foul. That is the first for Kaur. There's Dylan Fulmer for 3, and it is good from the top of the key, left wing area. That is Dylan Fulmer's 3rd three-pointer of the game. He has 9. Kelly, left wing. Kaur. There's Chris Burian. Kelly drives. Fulmer not letting him have much. There's Benton. His jumper is good in the paint. Dylan Fulmer to Peyton Fulmer at the right wing. There's Feld in the high post. Peyton Fulmer trying to find it inside, like Coach Moyer suggests. There's Josiah Warner, but that ball's going to be knocked away by Everett Green. It's going to stay right here. Warner to inbound. Peyton Fulmer, top of the key. There's Talbot, left wing. Dylan Fulmer. Talbot. Putting it up and getting fouled is Dane Feld. He's going to the free throw line for 2 shots. That's going to be called on Everett Green, the 6'5" freshman from Fairbanks, Alaska. 5 team fouls. The first free throw is up and good for Dane Feld. Peyton Fulmer relaying instructions from Jason Moyer. Keyshawn Kelly. They're looking like they're getting a 4 high going here. 3-point attempt from Everett Green. That is way off. Kaur almost able to get the putback to go. Benton with a fall away jumper, but Green battling for the rebound once more, and we're going to call it going the other way. Everett Green is going to be called for the foul. That is his second foul of the game. 6 team fouls.
3.5 minutes to go in this second half.
87-54 is the lead for the Raiders. And with 3.5 minutes, just a little bit under that to go in this ball game, it's looking like it's just garbage time for the Raiders and the Blazers right now. On the rebound, Dane Feld is going to foul Trey Benton. So Trey Benton, they're just going to take a walk, free walk right over to the other side of the court and get 2 free throws out of the deal.
That is Feld's 4th foul, too, so he may be in a little bit of trouble for this game.
Benton's first shot, up and good. Jeremy Patterson checks in for the Centralia Trail Blazers. Dane Feld is going to take a seat. Centralia Trail Blazers are going to fall to 1-9 and 2-19 on the season. So the struggles continue in light of the recent news of Zach Karras with a high ankle sprain. Their leading scorer is out for the season, and disappointing news for the Trailblazers.
Very much so, Luke.
Especially when they've struggled scoring this game, and really, Zach Karras, the quick release, the spot-up shooter, usually is good for at least 20 points or so. That's a presence they've really missed in this ball game. Dylan Fulmer, the left wing. Fulmer to Talbot is knocked away by Chris Burian. He tries to pass it for transition, and it gets thrown away off the hands of Anthony Rogers. Trey Benton will be subbed out. David Cates is coming in for the Raiders. Peyton Fulmer, top of the key, bringing up the ball for the Blazers. Dylan Fulmer. Josiah Warner kicks across court to Peyton, drives baseline, and he will be blocked. We're going to be shooting 1-1. Peyton Fulmer is going to be on the line. That is the second foul for Chris Burian, the 6-foot freshman from Yelm. Peyton Fulmer. His first attempt rattles in. So we're staying here. A couple Raiders trying to run away. Fulmer's second free throw is good. Sub, we have Justin Feld coming in for Josiah Warner. Warner had some quality minutes in today, but Jason Moyer saying fight and play till it's over. 2:30, a little bit under that remaining in this ball game. 89-56 is your Raider lead. It's going to be a foul on the catch. Justin Feld will be called for that one. That is his second, and 2 more free throws for the Pierce Raiders. So really just more opportunities to put points on the board and drawing this game out, Cameron.
It looks like it. 56-90 is the score right now.
Make that 91-56, 2:15 remaining in this ball game. The Raiders have this one in hand. Jacob Talbot for 3 from the left arc. Left corner shot, no good. Rebound by David Cates.
2 minutes
3
to go.
from 35, Chris Burian. That is his second three-pointer of the night. He finds the mark. Dylan Fulmer, Peyton, top of the arc. Dylan to Peyton. There's Jeremy Patterson, handed off to Justin Feld in the post. Gets the assist, and Feld converts. Jumper just inside the three-point line, no good. And we're going the other way. The rebound's tipped away. Rolling the ball. Dylan Fulmer picks it up. Top of the key. Pass is knocked away. Not able to corral it on the spin move, but there's a jumper for number 15. That is Anthony Rogers. His jumper is no good. We're going to call a foul. Foul is going to be called on Dylan Fulmer. That is his first. So shooting 2 is Chris Burian to add even more to this lead. With this second shot, up and good. 96-58 lead for the Pierce Raiders. About to make this a 40-point ball game. Talbot, cross court to Peyton Fulmer. His three-point attempt off the backboard, no good. Bounces around, goes off of a Raider, and it's going to stay right here with 56 seconds remaining in this ball game. Talbot, Dylan Fulmer, Peyton Fulmer. There's Talbot. That pass is knocked away by Chris Burian. Going to stay right here. 50 seconds remaining. 13 seconds on the shot clock for the Blazers. Dylan Fulmer with the shot, 3 seconds left, rims in and out. Rebound goes to Everett Green, who kicks it up. Able to corral it, Chris Burian. Top of the key, three-pointer, no good by David Cates. 23 seconds remaining in the ball game. Cates able to get the board, or excuse me, able to get the steal, but no good on the recovery. Jacob Talbot set to inbound for the Centralia Trailblazers. Dylan Fulmer to Peyton at the left wing.
13 seconds left on the clock.
Nice up and over reverse layup by Justin Feld. And that should about do it. Gonna let the clock drain. 96-60 is the Pierce Raiders win tonight. Pierce Raiders improve to 6-4 in Western Division play and 10-12 on the overall season. So Pierce gets into the double digits and wins on their season. The Centralia Trailblazers go 1-1 and 2-19 on this season. And really one of those things where the shots just weren't falling. The presence of Zach Karras was really missed tonight for for the Centralia Blazers.
Yes, Luke, it really was. Just looking at how all the energy kind of died off at the end, where just the Raiders just took off with their lead. Just really, they could have needed Zach tonight, and he would have been very helpful for this team.
So 96 to 60 is your final score of the night. In case you missed it earlier, the Centralia Lady Blazers just dismantled the Pierce Raiders, kind of how the coin was flipped this time, and the Raiders kind of handled the Centralia Trailblazers, excuse me. But the Lady Blazers defeated the Pierce Raiders 83 to 41, and as we await final stats, going to get it going here. This was really just, the Pierce Raiders really picked apart the Centralia Trailblazers and got many transition buckets, lots of threes. Keaton Coor was able to get going in the first half and really give them a lift. We see right now Keaton Coor ending with 30 points on the night, 11 of 14, very efficient, only 6 of 7, only missed 1 3-pointer from beyond the arc, 30 points, 3 rebounds, and an assist to go along with it. How about Jameel Wilson-Jones? We saw him get 2 dunks in transition. We saw Coor get 1 of his own, so 3 total dunks in transition. That just testifies to just how easy it was on the transition offensive end once they got a steal for the Raiders. He ends with 25 to Jameel Wilson-Jones off of 11 of 15 shooting, even hit 2 3-pointers, 6 assists, 5 rebounds, 5 steals. He was everywhere tonight. 14 points for Trey Benton, and 7 rebounds to go along with that. 10 points for Jamal Wiley, 8 rebounds to go along with that. And for our Centralia stats, go ahead, Cameron.
Yeah, Josiah Warner leading the Centralia Trailblazers with 14 overall. Got Calvin Edwards and Dylan Fulmer at 9. 3 for 6 was Dylan Fulmer for his 3 points, going half, and also Calvin Edwards hitting 1 for 2 of his 3 points. Just seeing from Josiah Warner, I loved how he played tonight. He was just all over the place, being just the busy bee he is. With, again, like I said, 14 points, and along with it, 2 total rebounds. Calvin Edwards with a total of 6, his personal 6 total rebounds. Just a lot of great work also from him, seeing how he takes his shots and what kind of decisions he makes on the court.
Absolutely, but just not too much scoring in the second half. As you see for the Trailblazers, they scored 36 in the first, and then just 24. They really got stifled after that intermission, and no one could really find their shot. So the Trailblazers continue to struggle. You will see us next time on, let's see, this is the 4th, so you will see us, Clark, looks like that'll be the next home game, the 21st on a Saturday. So it's going to be a little while from now. The Trailblazers have a bye after they face Grays Harbor on Saturday. They have a Wednesday bye, and from there we'll pick it back up on the 21st. So a little bit of a break for us, and hopefully the Trailblazers, the men, can find some momentum on that away trip and maybe get some wins out of it, get some momentum this late in the season. Lady Trailblazers, as they keep on cruising, they won 83 to 41, and they just absolutely rolled over Pierce. So they move on, and they have a strong look at that postseason this year. So for now, we will say goodnight. I am Luke Kilgore alongside Cameron Johnson, and we will see you on the 21st. Thanks a lot, guys.